for the President's address. Now, Jonathan has a vision for the Chamber of Commerce and has worked enthusiastically and enduringly this past year to bring his vision to fruition. He's made new connections, helped increase membership through those connections, and as everyone here tonight has been telling me, has just breathed new life into the Chamber to help it grow and evolve. That's a great compliment. His vision is to keep the Chamber growing and for it to become a hub for the Jewish and business community in Denver. Through his steadfast leadership and clear vision, he's going to keep everybody moving forward, and we're right there with them. Please welcome Jonathan, the President. Thank you. Let me take Alexis's notes out of your way. All right, go ahead.
Alexis, did you want to?
No.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. Connections. Tonight, as you've heard many times, is about connections. The Denver Jewish Chamber of Commerce is all about connections. Our mission, as you've heard, is building Jewish values through business connections. Last year, on this night, I helped define the Jewish values we are founded on. I said we are based on the core value of Judaism, which is v'ahavta l'recha kamocha, love thy neighbor as thyself. I challenged all of us to view our business interactions and all of our interactions through this sacred principle. I stand here tonight 1 year later, and what a year it's been. It's been a year of connections, dare I say miraculous connections, that have allowed the Chamber to grow and flourish. Here are a few of the connections that have impacted the Denver Jewish Chamber this past year. You've heard of them a couple times, but hear them from me. Connection number one. I see an email from the executive director of the Hebrew Education Alliance, Neil Price, saying that a fellow congregant was looking for work. She had considerable talent and ability, but she could not commit to a job that tied her to an office or fixed hours. As fortune would have it, the Denver Jewish Chamber has neither an office nor fixed hours. We offered Sheila Abrahamson as many hours of months that we could afford, and she accepted. Woohoo. Connection number two, Sheila's daughters made a connection with the comic duo, the Sklar Brothers, through a show at the Secret Studios at Children's Hospital. From this connection, we had an incredible show with the Sklar Brothers that served as a fantastic community building event. Who all saw the Sklar Brothers? Right? That was awesome. And there's more to come with that. Connection number three. I've seen Larry Hinken around the HEA for years, but he and I finally connected, and he offered to write an article about the Denver Jewish Chamber in the Intermountain Jewish News. So thank you, Larry. Connection number four you've already heard about, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you about it again. A few weeks later, I get a call from a gentleman from St. Louis. A connection was no other than the philanthropist Michael Steinberg, who saw the article in the IGN and wanted to meet for breakfast to learn more about the Chamber. Upon learning our vision was tightly linked with his vision of connecting Jews with Jews, Michael became a major benefactor for us. This allowed us to increase Sheila's hours and more service and benefits to our members. So thank you again to Michael Steinberg. Michael continued to make connections for the Chamber, connecting us with other community leaders, Rose Foundation, Jewish Family Services, and Jewish Colorado. So the connections just keep coming, and those are just a few. I keep asking myself, what are the odds? How is it and why is it that all these connections are happening? When I've expressed this question to people I know and trust, some of them have answered me that it's me, that somehow I'm the one generating all these miraculous connections. But I disagree. This superpower or making connections is not mine alone. It's actually the superpower of the Jewish Chamber of Commerce. Sure, I can make connections, but come to any breakfast, any lunch, any evening event, and you will hear these connections from the entire membership. So, connecting people is not only about us. Connecting people and connecting with people is what we are all here to do. We are all placed here to do. And the Denver Jewish Chamber of Commerce has a unique opportunity at this time in this community. We will continue creating connections between our members and our guests, and we will continue to help them build their businesses and their spheres of influences, but we can do much more. There are so many great Jewish institutions in this region. There are many differences between them, but they all have two things in common. One, they exist to serve the needs of the Jewish community and the community as a whole. Two, they all have members, donors, and supporters who on some level need these valuable connections. Someone once told me that parnasa, or making a living, does not discriminate. Regardless of religion, background, or race, we all need to earn a living. The Denver Jewish Chamber of Commerce stands poised to become the central connecting point for all Jewish institutions, for anyone who is looking for a job, who is looking for good employees to hire, or is looking to make those valuable connections. How powerful is that? How powerful is it to facilitate the connections that helps all boats rise? So, what do you get from your chamber membership? We all know you get access to networking breakfasts, lunches, happy hours. They're fun, valuable, meaningful. We also have a new event this year, a women's breakfasting peer group that allows women to connect in a warm, welcoming environment. Check it out every second Wednesday morning at the Hebrew Education Alliance. Chamber membership also gives you the opportunity to be recognized through sponsorships of events like this evening. We have a golf tournament coming up in August, and we have future events, as I mentioned, like the one we did with the Sklar brothers. But what if your membership and sponsorship did much more? The Denver Jewish Chamber of Commerce has the opportunity not only to connect Jews with Jews and non-Jews. Remember, you don't have to be Jewish to join and benefit from the Denver Jewish Chamber of Commerce. All you need to do is to share and promote Jewish values. But now we can connect Jewish institutions with Jewish institutions. We can become the central hub for all these communities who all have people who are looking to make valuable connections. So how will we do this? Through the wisdom and experience of our valuable members and through partnerships with other Jewish institutions, we will create and event programs in 3 areas: scholarships, mentoring, and connections. We will create a fund for internships and scholarship opportunities for young professionals and folks that are looking to get into the Denver workforce, launch a new business, or take their small business to the next level. We will create a mentoring program where seasoned professionals can offer their guidance and wisdom to the next generation. And on our website, we will promote our members' job listings and create a list of professionals that are willing to share their LinkedIn profile for those seeking those valuable connections. Now, when volunteers or staff members of Jewish institutions are making donation calls and they hear of a person or a family that has run into hard times because of a struggling business, a job loss, now they will have a place to go. When businesses want to connect with quality professionals, now they will have a place to go. When someone is new in town, starting over, or they need to make those critical connections, now they will have a place to go. And of course, we will continue our programming that generates countless miraculous connections week after week. So I'm going to close tonight, but not without expressing my deep gratitude to a number of folks. So number one, as we've done before, but I would like to do personally, I would like to thank our members for renewing year after year, for attending our events, and for being there for one another. Thank you to our members. I would also like to thank, new this year, Michael Steinberg, for believing and investing in our vision. Michael, wherever you are, on his way to the airport, I think. Thank you. To Sheila Abrahamson. Yes. For going above and beyond in her service to the chamber time and time again. Thank you, Sheila. To Sharon Sloan. For her dedication and her service over these many years. None of us would be here without Sharon Sloan. Thank you. To the current board members, and the current board members, please stand up. To the current board members for their continued hard work and passion. Stay standing up. And to the new board members for their fresh energy and excitement, please stand up. This is our new board going into the 2019-2020 year. Thank you, everybody, and thank you all. And above all, thank you to God for putting us here at this time in this place for one purpose, connections. Thank you, everybody. That's it.
All right, good job. Thank you, Jonathan, for sharing your energy and enthusiasm with everybody and keeping it going. Thank you, guys. That was great. Good job, Jonathan.